slides. Thank you for being here, Matthew.
Well, thank you for having me. Good morning, everybody, and happy 2023. I am the owner, founder, brewer, wearer of many hats for Williamson Mead Brewing. Our mission, of course, is to make history taste good again. There's some basic information there. We just trademarked the logo, so we'll do.
Working?
No, it figures.
It might be the Zoom.
There we go.
Cool.
So, what is the pain? Why are we here? We're here to make cider great, make mead and cider great again. Mead and cider underperform in the market currently, hugely underperform. Once in history, they wrote poems. I mean, they would fight over, they would quest for the best mead and cider, the drink of the gods. And now, well, they're just a cider. Really, it's something odd you might find in the liquor store. You might pick it up just to find out what it is. So, what are we looking at market-wise? This is a $67 billion wine market in the United States. So just domestic United States and just the wine category. So out of that, mead and cider combined barely make up $700 million in sales. That's barely a percent. As of today, there are less than 600 active meaderies and cideries in the state versus over 7,000 craft breweries. So there's a little bit of room to grow, I believe, in the market. Why are we different? What are we bringing? What can we do to solve this problem of why people aren't interested? Why aren't they interested in mead? Well, we have a trade secret process, and we have a 21st century philosophy that integrates new technology. One of the issues with mead and cider is it's still being made like it's 1753. It's just not been updated. So we use a combination of non-commercial yeast, nutrient schedules. I create my own water. I have a philosophy, not necessarily that I'm a person who makes cider or a person who makes mead. I'm a yeast farmer. The yeast do all the work, and you can go to any brewer in the country, anybody who's good at what they do, and they'll tell you that beer, wine, all the products that they drink are really just a byproduct of a biological process. It's the yeast that do the work. So what can we do with this new process? One, we have an increase in our quality of 166 awards. Two, we're more consistent in our delivery. We're on a schedule, we can stay on a schedule. And three, we're just so much faster. The average delivery time for a mead or cider is in between 8 months to 18. You're talking a long production cycle to get a finished product. With my new process, we can do it within 2 weeks. We can actually make that even shorter with the introduction of a few more expensive pieces of capital equipment. So that's the leverage point. We have a new production model. We're talking an 8 to 21 day cycle for us to produce, which allows us to turn our tanks faster, which allows us to produce more, which allows us to get out a consistent, high quality product that we can get into the market space with. So that gives us a huge advantage. Again, 166 awards for excellence. When we started this, we were in California. From the 10th and the 11th annual New York International Beer Competition, I was both cider and beer producer of the year. That's a commercial competition. You're talking Sam Adams, you're talking all the major producers, and just below me. So how do we grow this sector? First, we have to create a world-class mead and cider product. It's a commitment to quality. I have over 30 plus products that are finished. They're TTB approved, the recipes are done, and all of those products have won awards in competitions. So they're loved by critics and by customers alike. Two, there's a lot of work. Because right now, mead and cider don't have a great reputation. So we need to work heavily on social media. And we need to stress this connection to our glorious past and what was once a great product. That's vital, that's historical. Then we need to highlight our difference from the competitors that exist now. We're not anything like Blowing Run. We're not anything like Enjoy or anybody locally that you tasted or you had, because unfortunately, the vast majority of people who have experience with meads and ciders are not satisfactory. You can see that on Untapped. You can do the research on it. customer satisfaction in both these is extremely low. So we need the customers to know that we are new and that we taste good. Our competitors, Chaucer's, and that's our Mead, that's the largest commercial producer on the planet. And then we have Angry Orchard, which is the largest producer of ciders on the market in the United States. They dominate 72%. The large commercial producers have, compared to, let's say, Budweiser or Coors or even the Sierra Nevada, has extremely small footprint. You're looking at the total number of check-ins on Untapped is in the thousands. Angry Orchard is only in the tens of thousands. If you look for somebody, if you look at there for like Budweiser, you're talking millions upon millions of check-ins. And if you compare them overall, the difference between check-ins and people who are actually tasting meads and ciders is so much smaller compared to what craft beer produces. So those are our large commercial producers that we're up against. We have small craft producers in our category, Moonjoy out of Lenore, and then Molly Chompers out of Lansing. These are closer to me. I'm up in the mountains, a little bit further away from Charlotte. So you can see, again, check-ins are extremely low, and it's not like they're rocking it out with a 5-star rating. There's a lot of negative in there that Untapped filters out now. So local producers run tiny batches, and it takes an extremely long amount of time to get it to market. So we have the ambition that they don't have. We see ourselves starting locally and finishing internationally. That is really where we want to be. So we have market issues that I mentioned before. Customers aware of Mead and cider but can't find it locally. We have to upmarket. We have to get into as many markets as we can with increase in production, consistency of our scheduling of our fermentation and our production, and also with consistency of the quality of the product, we can start to fill some of that. Customers who have tried Mead ciders but are disappointed in the quality. That's going to be our roughest test. That's what we have to overcome, is to find a way to get liquid to lips. We have to create more positive impressions. And we can do that and then amplify it through social media. I've been able to successfully do that thus far on a smaller scale with what I've been able to do. So there's me, Matthew Williamson. I've been fermenting for 30 plus years. That started back when I was 19. They wouldn't let me into the new craft brew place when I was in college, but they had brewery equipment available, so I could brew. And it was just something that I picked up for fun. It became a hobby that turned into a passion that's turned into a career. I have 166 awards of brewing excellence. Over 50 of those are in international competitions. I'm up against the big producers and the guys who are the steadfast ones in Europe. So we are capable of producing a product that will work internationally. We already have proved that we have. Richard is a good friend of mine. He's trained at the BLB in Berlin. He's a beer expert, but with my process, since we're not doing it 1732 or 1753 style, the beer side of it works better with my trade secrets. He's a great guy, 7 years of commercial experience, and he's helped the brewery he's working with currently do very well during COVID. So how big is the market that we're looking at that we can impact initially with what we're looking at here? My current location for my vineyard, my winery, is a half a mile from a turnout of the Blue Ridge Parkway. Blue Ridge Parkway is the most traveled park nationally in the United States, even bigger than Yosemite and Yellowstone. You're looking at 14 million vacationers drive the Blue Ridge Parkway. So we're only half a mile from one of those exits and 3 miles from the one that's on the 21. So we have those vacationers, those tourists that we want to target, particularly with social media. 2, the reality is it's very centrally located. I'm 90 miles from 7+ million residents. That's in Tennessee, North Carolina, and Virginia. Here's our 3-year outlook. This year, we're going to get open. We are already applying literally this week to the ABC, so our state licenses should come through. I'm expecting with the way the production is going and the excitement that we should do $500,000 in sales. Year 2, with a little bit of growth, a little bit of help, I think we can easily reach 1.5 million. And by year 3, we want to be distributing nationally. We should be distributing nationally from day 1 because we're going to be selling online. So we have a large group of customers in California that know us from there, from where we originated, that we'll be shipping to. So this is what we need. We need to raise $250,000 in capital. That's for equipment, which includes a new centrifuge. We need buildings, we need walk-in coolers, we need to start up inventory, and we need to complete our tasting room in a way in which it delivers on the quality of the product. We want to create an ambiance, a feeling when you walk in, a little bit of a Viking mead hall. Thank you so much, and I'm ready for your questions.
Yeah, one or two, not the end of the world. There's only one speaker today. Thank you. Make sure I get you.
I've attended Okay.